Have you ever wondered how some people seem to remember everything? Every detail? Every number? Every name? As if their mind was a perfectly organized computer. Today, I'm going to reveal the secret Japanese technique that allows anyone to remember everything they learn easily and naturally. But before we start, do one thing for me. If you want to unlock your full potential, subscribe to this channel right now. Because here, I'll show you how to master your mind and achieve what most people think is impossible. Now, let's begin. Japan is known for having some of the most disciplined and intelligent students in the world, but few people know why. Behind that success, there is a powerful system, a mental method that trains the brain to store and recall information like never before. It's called Kaizen Mental, or continuous improvement of the mind. The Japanese believe that memory is not a gift. It's a muscle, and like any muscle, it grows when trained with the right method. While most people in the West try to study for hours and forget everything the next day, the Japanese do the opposite. They study for shorter periods, but in a smarter way. Their secret? Something called the spiral review. Here's how it works. On the first day, they study something new. On the second day, they review it for 10 minutes. On the third day, they review it again for 5 minutes. Then, after a week, they review for 3 minutes. And 2 weeks later, one last, quick review. Simple, right? But it's powerful, because each review tells the brain, this information is important, and the brain responds by moving it into long-term memory. It's like teaching your mind what to keep forever. Think of it this way. Your brain is a guard at the door. It only lets in what seems valuable. And when you repeat something in the right intervals, you're telling it, this matters. Don't delete it. But the true power of this technique isn't just repetition. It's how they study. Japanese students don't just read or memorize. They experience what they learn. When they learn a new kanji, they don't just look at it. They say it out loud. Draw it, imagine it, and connect it to an emotion. Each action creates a new neural path, and the more connections you build, the easier it becomes to remember. That's why they can memorize complex symbols, languages, and facts faster than most people can memorize a phone number. Now, think about yourself. How many times have you tried to memorize something by reading it again and again, only to forget it the next day? The problem isn't your brain. The problem is the method. The Japanese system works because it respects how the human mind actually learns. They don't fight their memory. They cooperate with it. Want to try it right now? Take a list of 10 random words. Read them once. Now, write each one down while saying it out loud. Draw a quick symbol or image that represents each word. Then, review it tomorrow. And again next week. You'll be shocked. Your brain won't forget, because you didn't host memories, you created meaning. And meaning is the language of memory. But there's another element that most people overlook. The mental state. Japanese students study in silence. No phone, no distractions, no chaos. They believe the environment shapes the mind. Before studying, they prepare their space. They clean the desk. They take a deep breath. They focus, and they enter a mental state called Zanshin, total awareness and calm. When they're in this state, they absorb knowledge effortlessly. They don't rush. They don't force. They simply connect with what they're learning. And when you reach that level of focus, you don't just study. You become the study. That's why they remember everything, because they've mastered the art of being fully present. But here's the twist. The Japanese memory technique isn't just about discipline. It's about psychology. The brain doesn't remember information. It remembers emotion, and the Japanese know this. They associate learning with positive emotions. Every time they recall something correctly, they celebrate, even in silence, a small smile, a feeling of success. It sounds simple, but it changes everything, because every small win releases dopamine, and dopamine is the fuel of memory. It tells the brain, "This feels good. Do it again." That's why Japanese students never say, "I can't remember." They say, "I haven't trained enough yet." It's a different mindset. And mindset shapes memory. Now imagine using that in your life. Want to remember names? Associate each one with a visual image. Want to memorize numbers? Turn them into short stories. Want to learn speeches or scripts? Record your voice. Listen again and speak out loud. The more senses you activate, sight, sound, emotion, the stronger your memory becomes. The Japanese call this learning with the whole body. Because real learning isn't just mental, it's physical, it's emotional, it's spiritual. When your entire being is involved, your memory becomes unstoppable. But here's something even more fascinating. They never study until exhaustion. They stop before they get tired. Why? Because the best way to learn is to stop while you're still curious. That curiosity keeps your brain active even after you stop studying. You go to sleep, but your brain keeps working. It organizes the information. It connects new ideas. It builds neural bridges that last forever. Think about it. You don't forget what you ate yesterday, right? Because your brain decided it was important. The same logic applies to studying. You must teach your brain what matters. Here's how to apply it. Step by step, the Japanese way. Pick a fixed study time. The same every day. The brain loves routine. Create a clean, quiet space. No distractions. Study with your body. Read, write, speak, imagine. Use the spiral review. 1 day, 3 days, 7 days, 14 days. Stop while still motivated. End with curiosity, not fatigue. Do this for 30 days. You'll see a transformation. Your memory will sharpen. Your confidence will grow. You'll start remembering things you didn't even try to. But there's one final secret, the most powerful of all. Japanese students believe every memory starts with purpose. Before they study, they ask, "Why does this matter to me?" Because once the brain understands why, it never forgets how. Think about your own life. How often have you studied without caring? When you don't give meaning to what you learn, your mind throws it away. So, before you begin, take a deep breath and say, "I'm learning this because it will make me better." That's it. That one sentence changes your mental state completely. And when your mind is in the right state, it learns everything. The brain is like a mirror. It reflects whatever you show it every day. If you show confusion, it returns forgetfulness. If you show focus and intention, it gives you mastery. You don't need a photographic memory. You just need the right method. And the Japanese method is the key. So now the question is, will you keep believing you have a bad memory, or will you start training your mind to remember everything? If you made it this far, comment, "I will master my mind." And don't forget to subscribe. Because in the next video, I'll reveal how Japanese monks can memorize entire books without writing a single word. Remember, the human mind has no limits. Forgetting is just a habit, and those who control their memory control their destiny.